trouble, 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 trouble.
What's going on YouTube, Facebook, subscribers, viewers of this video? This is Bill Mack here once again with another edition of Pro Wrestling Unleashed. I'm here to give you my thoughts of the upcoming Slammiversary from Impact Wrestling. Yes, this is their 15th anniversary show. This is going to be, as you see here. It'll be live July 2nd at 8 o'clock only on pay-per-view. I will try my best to have, hopefully, a predictions video afterwards. If I can get that done, we'll just have to wait and see. This is their 15th anniversary of Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary, and it looks that the card keeps getting bigger and bigger, and this should be the final card as we see, and I'm going to give you my opinions and thoughts on who I think is going to win and why. So let's get right into it. Up first, this is a Full Metal Mayhem matchup. It's kind of the equivalent of the TLC. This is between Davey Richards, Angelina Love, real-life husband and wife, taking on Eddie and Alicia Edwards, which, of course, are husband and wife as well. This has been a good rivalry that has been through the last few months as we've seen Angelina Love come more of a – she has kind of shaped Davey into this deviant who he has become, and very devious as we've seen in these matches between all four of these competitors, or just singles matches that have happened on editions of Impact Wrestling. And so this is going to be an intergender matchup, as we see. This is going, Angelina has really brought something out of Davey that we haven't seen before. You remember he and Eddie were tag team champions on multiple occasions as the Wolves, and now we've seen them as bitter rivals. So I just kind of feel like, in using wrestling logic, I feel as if that Davey and Angelina have both had the dominance throughout the rivalry, but I feel like this is Eddie's time to shine. He and Alicia, I feel like they're going to win. It's just wrestling logic. Usually the person that gets beat on the most will end up winning the matchup, which is odd, but that's just how wrestling logic for you. So I feel as if it's going to be a really good matchup, of course. These guys can put on a good matchup. But I just feel as if it's Eddie and Alicia's time to shine in this matchup. And these matchups are in no particular order that I'm giving you. I'm giving you the matches and my decisions on who I feel that's going to win. So for this matchup here, I feel as if Eddie and Alicia are going to pull it out. Now this is a matchup, tag team matchup that has just developed over the last couple of weeks or so. We've seen over the past few months, Eli and Chris Adonis have really caught Moose off guard. Moose is the Impact Wrestling Grand Champion. They've attacked him whether he's been overseas defending the title, and it was just too much. The numbers game was just too much. So Moose went out and got one of his friends, which is a familiar face that I know. D'Angelo Williams used to be a running back with my Carolina Panthers, who went on to the Pittsburgh Steelers as their running back. So I feel like this is going to be a good matchup. And, of course, I just feel like with D'Angelo Williams on the side of Moose, I feel as if the celebrity side is going to win. Hardly ever do you have a matchup where a celebrity is involved that side doesn't win. So for my decision in this matchup is I feel like Moose is going to end up getting the victory along with D'Angelo Williams against Eli Drake and Chris Adonis. And I'm a big Eli Drake fan. I just feel like in this matchup, it's going to the side that has the celebrity football player on his side with Moose. And remember, Moose used to be a former football player himself. So this looks to be, hopefully this will be a good matchup. But I feel like Moose and D'Angelo Williams will pick up the victory here. All right, this is a tag team matchup. Really, this is one that has been building for months. I mean, not the tag teams themselves. Josh Matthews and Jeremy Borash have had this off and on again for the last few months, this rivalry about the best announcer, and we've seen them come to blows. We've seen them take opposite teams that go against each other, but this boils down. But now we see that Josh Matthews went out and got Scott Steiner as his partner to take on Jeremy Borash, and of course Joseph Park, who is Jeremy's lawyer, and also we all know him as Abyss too, the monster Abyss. Since Decay broke up, this is what Joseph Park is doing now. I wasn't watching earlier versions when Joseph Park was on Impact. Wasn't watching it at the time, so I don't know how he was, but we'll see how it goes here. I just I want to say that Scott Steiner will be too much. Him and Josh will be too much for Joseph Park and Jeremy Borash. I just feel like that Scott Steiner coming in like that and, being who he is, Big Papa Pump, and with Josh Matthews being the heel, I just feel as if they're going to win this matchup. So for this matchup, I'm going to pick Scott Steiner and Josh Matthews to win. And since there's no stipulations, no reason that JB and Joseph can't, doesn't necessarily have to win this matchup. So Scott Steiner, Josh Matthews in this matchup. Now, this is one of our two title unification matchup. As we've learned earlier, that Impact Wrestling acquired Global Force. So this will be a unification matchup. The titles will become one. We have the Knockouts champion Rosemary taking on Global Force Wrestling Women's champion Sienna. This has been a good rivalry. Those ladies going back and forth. Sienna has become the monster heel in the Knockouts division, as we've seen Rosemary, ever since she's won the title back, has basically been unstoppable in her matchups, and she's shown her dominance, and she's put on good matches. So I feel like this will be a good match, and Sienna is doing well ever since Maria Kanellis left. She's taken up that mantle as the heel, the monster female heel in the Knockouts division, and I think this will be a good match. I mean, Sienna couldn't win this. I mean, Rosemary has been on a roll, but I don't think every Impact wrestler that has a title that's going to unify is going to win. So I think this one here might be Sienna might actually take this one and unify the belt. So I'm going Sienna on this matchup, even though I like Rosemary and the role that she's been on as of late in her defenses and her wrestling. So I'm going for Sienna in this matchup to unify the titles to become one. Now this is going to be a great matchup. This is a 2 out of 3 falls for the X Division Championship. You have the X Division Champion Sanjay Dutt taking on Loki, returning. Both these guys returning under the new regime anthem, and I feel like this is a big boost for the X Division. Both of these guys are great competitors. Loki was here in the beginning. Sanjay Dutt came a year after that. They've been out. They've been out of the X Division for a little while, but they came back. I'm glad Jeff Jarrett brought them back. They can put on good matches and show the young guys like Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett and all them and Matt Seidel, the ropes along the way, being showing that veteran presence. Remember, Sanjay Dutt won the X Division title back in India. Now he's from Loki, who had successful defenses of the title, but now Loki's turned heel. As we've seen weeks ago against Sanjay Dutt, this match is 2 of 3 falls. So I'm feeling like Sanjay Dutt's going to remain champion. It being a 2 of 3 falls. I feel like they're not going to take the belt off Sanjay Dutt this soon after he just won it back or just won it for the first time. I think you'll have a few months reign with it. So I'm going for Sanjay Dutt to retain the X Division title over Loki. But I know these guys are going to put on a good match. This is one of the matches I tell you to watch out for during this pay-per-view. Now, this is going to be a good match as well. This match is going to be a strap match between EC3, Cowboy, James Storm. These guys have went back and forth over the last few weeks and months, and it's become a strap match when EC3 took the strap out weeks ago, and he put 30 lashes across James Storm's back. And I remember watching that match. It was crucial seeing him just get beaten. His back was so beat up, purple, and welts all over his back from that match happening, and it was just a sight to see any one man go through that kind of pain. And EC3 has strapped and he's whipped the referees and all these other kinds of situations. So it looks to be a good match, and we look forward to watching it. And it should be something worth watching and seeing EC3 finally get what's his. So I feel like this will be a good matchup, and we'll just wait and see. So we'll take a short short break, and I'll be right back, and we'll finish up these predictions. So moving right along, folks. Now this was one that was added late to the card. This is going. This is one of the multi promotional partnerships which Impact Wrestling has formed. We're going to have the current Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions LAX taking on. Forgive me if I don't get these names right. I haven't really had a chance to hear them to really know. I believe that's Marufuji and Ishimori. These are from the Noah promotion over in Tokyo, Japan. They're taking on Drago and El Hijo de Fantasma. These are from the AAA Lucha Libre promotion in Mexico, and take versus Laredo Kid and Garza Jr. from, of course, Impact Wrestling promotion. I see this as going. I feel as if LAX is going to retain the titles. I see them really the competition and potentially Garza Kid and Laredo Kid and Garza Jr. because they're in the same promotion. I don't think these other two tag teams are going to win because I feel as if the Impact is going to want to keep their titles within their promotion to be able to be defended. And I just feel as if, but this is basically for a really good matchup. Got a lot of high-flying stars, a lot of high spots you're going to see in this matchup. But I think in the end, LAX will take advantage of whatever situations they can get put in, and they're going to remain the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. So my decision is that LAX is going to retain this matchup, but this is one we want to watch and see. You want a lot of flying action and a lot of things going on, a lot of high spots in and out of the ring. This is the match to watch, to check out. So this is, but my decision is I'm going to choose LAX to retain the Impact Wrestling Tag Team titles. And moving right along. The main event of the night, folks. This here is for the World Tag Championship Unification matchup. You have Bobby Lashley, who is the Impact Heavyweight Champion, taking on Alberto El Patron, who is the Global Force Wrestling Champion. Whoever wins this is going to win it all. They're going to combine the belts to become the Impact Wrestling Champion. Bobby Lashley has really dominated since he has been champion. He did have a blemish temporarily, however, against Alberto El Patron, as El Patron, when he made his debut, he defeated Bobby Lashley. Due to circumstances, El Patron had to relinquish the Impact Wrestling Championship. It went back to Bobby Lashley. Now, Alberto El Patron defeated Magnus a while back and obtained the Global Force Wrestling Championship. So I feel as if maybe Alberto El Patron is his time. He's going to defeat Bobby Lashley because he has been the only one to really defeat Bobby Lashley in the past few months. So I look for this to be a good matchup between these two. They want to both guys have stated they want to put on a great matchup. This being a first live pay-per-view for them in a while. I think they're going to put on a good match, and it's both heavyweight champions combining the belts to become one where they merge together. And my decision is going to be I'm going to choose Alberto El Patron. He's going to become the new Impact Wrestling Champion and walk out of the pay-per-view as champion with both belts combining to be one. So that's my decision who I choose to win this matchup. So that is all the matchups so far. Hopefully none are added late as I put a video out tonight. Hope you folks have enjoyed the video. If you do, drop a like on this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, and you'll see my Instagram and Twitter and all those social media things in the description here. And I hope you folks enjoyed the video. And like I said, share as many times as you can as I try to push my subscribers up. Hope you folks enjoy it. Until next time, this is Bill Mack here with Pro Wrestling Unleashed saying, take it easy.